Hey guys, it's me again. Today we're reacting to top 10 inventions that will change your life or change the future, something like that. So, yeah, I've been wanting to watch this video. 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys,
Hello.
what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 inventions that will soon change the world. So every year, thousands of inventions are made. Some are novelty and aren't too useful,
pet rock.
but some inventions like the car or phone are very useful. But we already have cars and phones. However, here are some things we don't yet have but soon will, and these will change the world. Before we get into it, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too. Coming in at number 10 is Mosquito Patch. Did you know that after humans, mosquitoes are the most dangerous animals in the world? That's right, although mosquitoes are small, they take over 1 million lives every year. This is mainly by malaria in places like Africa. Now, there are many ways that charities are trying to stop mosquitoes doing this. For example, if you donate around $15, this is enough to buy a mosquito net for an African family. Now, while mosquito nets will help, they're pretty inconvenient. And they're also pretty expensive and big. That is why one company called Kite is making something called the Patch. The Kite Patch will actually make you invisible to mosquitoes. The way mosquitoes detect humans is by smelling the carbon dioxide in their breath. However, the Kite Patch is a sticker which you put on your clothing. This will block the mosquito's ability to smell you, and therefore no mosquitoes will detect you or go near you. These patches last for up to 48 hours, and they're also much more cheap and convenient than a mosquito net. The Kite Patch is already making waves across the world. And who knows, maybe one day the Kite Patch will save millions, if not billions of lives.
I got bit up by mosquitoes earlier.
Next up is Safety Truck. One very dangerous everyday thing we do is use the highway. Many accidents can happen on a highway, but did you know that one of the leading causes of highway accidents is trucks? People really hate getting stuck behind trucks on the highway, so that is why many people simply drive around them. But of course with a truck you can't see what's in front of it because it's so large. This causes many people to dangerously pull out in front of other vehicles. And a simple YouTube search shows tons of these accidents. Well, did you know that Samsung are actually trying to solve this problem? They've made something called a Samsung Safety Truck. It's a truck with 4 large screens on the back. It then relays video footage from the front of the truck onto the 4 screens on the back. This gives any drivers behind the truck a clear view of what's ahead. So this way they know when it's safe to overtake and when it's not. This is essential for any winding or narrow roads. But in general, this could really save lives. This idea is so simple, it's crazy to think that no one's come up with it before. But now these Samsung safety trucks are being rolled out more and more. So in the future, perhaps these will be the standard. Maybe in the future, we'll be able to connect these to Tesla auto-driving cars. That way your car would even be able to auto-overtake trucks. It may sound like something from the far future, but it's closer than we think. Next up is automatic toothbrush. Around 60% of people in the USA actually use an electric toothbrush. Now, an electric toothbrush is a lot less work than a manual one. But we all know that you should brush your teeth for 2 minutes. That's what the dentists say, but with this toothbrush you only need to do it for 10 seconds. And believe it or not, all you need to do is bite down, you don't even need to brush. This invention is called the AMA brush. It actually cleans your teeth much more thoroughly than a regular brush. And instead of 180 seconds, it does it in 10. You simply put it in your mouth and connect the device to a smartphone. You do this wirelessly via Bluetooth, and then all of the brushes will do the work for you. This is such an amazing idea which will save us a ton of time. You can actually already buy one of these, and many people who've used it say it's totally amazing. When you're using it, it kind of looks like one of those odd Japanese mouth extenders. But it's undoubtedly more useful. Would you guys ever use an AMA brush, or is it too new for you? Next up is speech to text. Are you a student? If so, you likely hate having to note down everything someone says in a lecture. It can take a ton of time and you have to rush your notes. Well, that is where this invention comes in. You can either use it as a necklace pendant or you can attach it to your clothing. But what does this do? Well, this device actually transforms speech into text with 98% accuracy. All you have to do is click the device once and it begins transforming all the speech around you into text. Now you don't have to write down your lecture notes, this thing does it for you. But what if someone speaks to you in a different language? Well, have no fear, the Sendstone actually understands 12 languages. This way you can transform anything anyone says in any language to text and then translate it on Google Translate. This invention is a dream come true for note takers. And it would also work great in meetings, when you don't always have time to take down tons of notes. Just think about how fast you could write a book using one of these things. Would you guys try out this invention? Let me know in the comments. Next up is Invisible Bike Helmet. So this is yet another invention which is going to save lives. Many people every day pass away during a bike accident. People could be cycling to work without a helmet, get into an accident, and then their life is over. Of course, it's always best to wear a helmet, but some people simply don't. Some think they look silly and others don't want to carry a helmet around with them all day. Well, that is why two students from Sweden decided to make an invisible bike helmet. Their invention is called Hovding, and it's a stylish neck collar that contains an airbag. This is how it looks when you're wearing it and cycling normally. It totally blends into your coat or clothing, right? But then when you get into an accident, it will transform into this. It can tell by forces and pressures when you get into an accident. And then when you do, you'll have an inflatable helmet all around you. And this inflatable helmet is said to be better than a traditional bike helmet. This invention is available in some countries in Europe, but this soon should be worldwide. Just imagine how many people this is going to save. I have to say it sure is more convenient and looks a ton better than a regular bike helmet. When it's not inflated, that is. But seeing as it only inflates when you're in an accident, I think the last thing you'll care about is looking silly. Next up is airless bikes. So we've just seen one bike invention which involves a ton of air. Well, now for the opposite. This is a bike invention, but instead of using air, it doesn't use air. We all know that bikes are great, but one of the worst things is getting a flat bike tire. It means you have to push your bike around, and also sometimes you can fly off your bike if your tire pops. Well, that is why these new bikes have airless tires. Instead, the tires are aerodynamic strips of rubber. Instead of them being pumped up by air, they're just made in a very special way with holes in them. This allows you to be much more streamlined and go even faster than usual. But it also makes the tires much more durable, and you'll never have to pump them up. You can ride over glass, nails, and just about anything else on these. Not only will they save a ton of money and time, it will also stop people from falling off their bikes after their tires pop. Next up is roller rail. So we've already gone over how traffic accidents cause a ton of people to pass away every year. But did you know that one of the things put in place to help you actually causes a lot of injuries? We've all seen those metal guardrails on highways. They're supposed to stop you from going off-road or hitting into other traffic. But think about what it does to a car hitting one of these metal rails. Spoiler alert, it massively messes up the car and potentially you. Well, that is why one South Korean company has made something called a roller guardrail. The idea behind these rails is to move the vehicle away from the rails after making impact. Instead of just plowing into it and stopping the vehicle, it will actually push it off. If you take a look at the yellow objects on the rail, they're actually big rollers. When they're pushed, these will roll the car, reducing the impact and the force. So when a vehicle impacts one of these, instead of smashing into it, it simply rolls to the side. And believe it or not, this even works with large vehicles like trucks. This invention is going to save so many lives. You can literally plow into one of these railings at high speeds and you should be fine. I have to say this is totally amazing and these should be everywhere. They're already all over South Korea, but no doubt in the future these will spread to Europe, USA, and other places. If you guys have ever seen roller rails before, then let me know. Next up is custom hot sauce. If you've ever seen the series Hot Ones, this invention is Sean Evans' dream. We all know there's all kinds of different hot sauces you can eat. But what if one day you feel like a mild hot sauce and then the next day you feel like a hot sauce? You may think you'd have to buy many different kinds of hot sauce, but no. As you can see, this hot sauce bottle actually allows you to adjust the spiciness levels. You can increase it to make it hotter or milder depending on what you want. Somebody found one of these in Mexico, but they're also sold in America. I have to say this is an awesome invention, and this would work great for restaurants when there's different people with different palates. It's called Dave's Gourmet Adjustable Heat Hot Sauce, and personally I'm going to try and find a bottle of this to buy. Would you guys want to try out this amazing custom hot sauce? You could even turn the top with your eyes closed and play hot sauce roulette. Dave, if you make that into a game, then you owe me. Next up is double toilet paper. So we all know that a roll of toilet paper comes in a hollow cylinder. This is because the hanger has to go in the middle, which is why it's hollow. But when you come to think of it, that's a lot of space to take up just on one hanger. And you're kind of being ripped off by a lot of toilet paper companies. Well, that is why somebody came up with this invention. As you can see, it looks like there's no hole in the toilet paper. You may be thinking, how will I put this on a hanger? Well, on this toilet paper, the inside of it actually comes out. This gives you an extra roll of on-the-go toilet paper. This is great and super useful. It could be used in an emergency, or you could use them as facial tissues or cleaning napkins. This way you get more bang for your buck, and you don't have to waste money on any empty space. I have to say this is a great invention as you get way more product. And also on-the-go toilet paper sounds very handy. You never know when you could need it until you do. This invention actually comes from Japan, but I'm sure it will soon be worldwide. Next up is all-in-one bathroom. So this is yet another amazing bathroom invention, but this one isn't just for convenience, this one will save the world. When you look at the top half of this image you likely see a sink, but if you look at the bottom half you see a toilet. So what is this, you may be asking, a sink or a toilet? Well, this is actually both. The way the toilet water fills up is from the water you use to wash your hands. This way you're simply recycling the water, so it may as well get two uses, one to wash your hands with and then one to flush away waste. This is a fantastic idea which would cut our water usage in half. and also it would encourage a lot more people to wash their hands. Seriously though, this is an awesome invention which actually comes from Japan, but this has already spread to China and it's only moments before it will likely come worldwide. Would you guys want to buy a sink toilet? I have to say it's a pretty genius idea, even though it may confuse people who haven't seen one of these before. Check out the poll in the top right corner to vote for the most amazing invention on this list. I think it's the mosquito patch, as that will save so many lives. If you want more awesome videos, then check out my second channel. There'll be a link to that on screen in a moment. But as always, thanks for watching. Check out some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.
Top 10s. Oh. Okay, just gonna let that go. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Subscribe. That video wasn't really as good as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a lot better. But I mean, whatever. Go check out the original video, link in the description, forgot to say that. Go check out the channel, subscribe, and everything. Guys, I don't know. Peace.